How to strengthen weak hair after 60. Ever noticed your hair feeling a little thinner, a little weaker, and a lot less cooperative? One day, it's full and bouncy. The next, it's flat, dry, and clinging to your brush like it's given up. Welcome to Glow After 60, where we skip the shame, share the fixes, and laugh through the frizz. In this video, we're breaking down the small habits that quietly weaken your hair over time, and the smarter swaps that actually help. Because no, it's not just age. It's old advice, outdated routines, and a few products that should have been retired with our shoulder pads. Let's start with the most common habit most of us still swear by: shampooing too much. Part 1. The daily shampoo habit, or why clean doesn't always mean strong. You know that fresh, squeaky clean feeling after a good shampoo? The one that makes your scalp feel like it's been scrubbed by angels. Yeah, turns out that squeak might be your hair crying for help. I used to wash my hair every single day, sometimes twice, especially after gardening, or if it was just feeling a little limp. I thought I was doing it a favor. Clean scalp, healthy hair, right? Well, not exactly. What I didn't realize back then was that most shampoos, especially the ones we've used for decades, strip more than just dirt. They take your natural oils with them. Those same oils your scalp is desperately trying to hang on to after 60. And without those oils, the hair gets drier, more brittle, and way more prone to breakage. No shame if you've been doing the same. We all got the same advice. Wash often, rinse thoroughly, repeat. The repeat part? Total marketing ploy. Here's what works better now. Try washing 2 or 3 times a week instead of daily. And swap your old clarifying shampoo for something gentler, like a sulfate-free formula with strengthening ingredients. Bonus points if it doesn't foam like a bubble bath. Oh, and if you still feel weird skipping a wash, dry shampoo is your friend. Just don't let it take up permanent residence on your scalp. Ask me how I know. Coming up next, the brush we've been loyal to since the 80s, and how it might be pulling out more than tangles. Part 2, the wrong brush and the damage we didn't see coming. Because not all bristles are created equal. You know that one brush we've had forever? The one with half the bristles missing, but somehow still makes the cut every morning? Yet, that old friend might be doing more harm than good. I used to think any brush was fine, as long as it got through the knots. Bonus points if it didn't stab me in the scalp. So I kept using the same plastic bristled paddle brush I'd had since, well, let's just say it's older than my adult children. Here's what I didn't realize until much later. As we age, our hair gets finer, drier, and more fragile. It's not just about losing volume, it's about losing resilience. And dragging a rough, rigid brush through delicate strands, that's like sanding wood with a cheese grater. Especially when the hair is wet, that's prime breakage time. And those sharp plastic bristles, they're not detangling, they're snapping. Instead, here's the better move. Look for a wide-tooth comb or a brush with soft, flexible bristles, boar bristle, or even a mix of nylon and natural. And if you're brushing wet hair, we've all done it. Use a leave-in conditioner first. Think of it as slip and slide insurance. I get it. Switching brushes feels unnecessary, even sentimental. But trust me, your scalp and your ends will thank you. Plus, it's a lot cheaper than buying serums to fix the damage later. And if your current brush still has a clump of hair from last month tangled in it, that's your sign. Next up, the heat styling habit that slowly saps the life out of even the healthiest hair. Part 3, heat styling on repeat. Or why my curling iron and I had to take a break. Let me guess, your blow dryer has a permanent spot on the counter. Your flat iron? practically an extension of your hand. Been there. For years, I treated my hair like a crafting project. Curl it, smooth it, blast it into submission, because nothing says put together like freshly styled hair, right? Except no one told me that after 60, our hair doesn't bounce back like it used to. Literally, the same heat that once gave us volume and shine now fries fragile strands into split ends and straw-like texture. And here's the sneaky part. The damage isn't immediate. It's slow, gradual, one styling session at a time. Until one day, I ran my fingers through my hair and thought, why does it feel crunchy? Not dry, not coarse, just crispy, like overdone toast. So what's the fix? You don't have to give up heat styling altogether, but you do need to call a truce. Use a heat protectant every time, not just when you remember. Drop the temperature setting. Your hair is not a turkey. It doesn't need 400 degrees to cook. And maybe, just maybe, try air drying once in a while. I started letting mine dry naturally on Sundays. I call it my spa day. My hair calls it recovery. And if you still hear that faint, sizzling sound when you press the flat iron, that's your cue. Coming up next, the sneaky role hormones play, and why no serum in the world can outsmart biology. But we can work with it. Part 4, the hormone shift no one warned us about, and why your hair isn't misbehaving, it's just adapting. Okay, let's talk hormones. I promise, no science lecture, just the part that affects your hair and maybe your sanity. Here's the truth. After 60, estrogen takes a little bow and exits stage left. And with it goes a lot of the moisture, fullness, and shine we used to take for granted. Meanwhile, other hormones, like androgens, start sneaking into the spotlight, and they have zero interest in bouncy, glossy hair. What does that actually look like? For some of us, it's thinning at the crown. For others, it's hair that suddenly gets finer, flatter, or decides to grow slower than a houseplant in winter. I used to blame my shampoo, then my diet, then the full moon, until I finally realized my body wasn't broken. It was just changing the rules without telling me. And here's the kicker. All the fancy serums in the world can't override what's happening inside, but they can support it if you choose the right ones. Look for treatments with ingredients like biotin, peptides, or caffeine. They won't reverse time, but they can give your follicles a little pep talk. And don't sleep on scalp massage. I started doing it during commercials. Turns out, it's cheaper than therapy and helps with circulation. The point isn't to fix your hormones. It's to work with the hair you have now, not the hair you remember from your prom photo. Next up, the silent sabotage of tight ponytails, clips, and headbands, and how your go-to styles might be pulling more than just your look together. Part 5, too tight hairstyles when pulled back turns into pulled out. Let's talk about ponytails, or clips, or that trusty little bun we twist up when it's too hot, too humid, or we just can't be bothered. I used to love pulling my hair back tight, clean, neat, no fuss. Plus, who has time to deal with flyaways when you're trying to get out the door with your keys, glasses, and dignity all intact? But here's what I didn't realize. Every time I pulled my hair back like that, I wasn't just styling it, I was stressing it. And the hairline, that delicate little frontier, it's usually the first to wave the white flag. Tension over time causes something called traction alopecia. Sounds dramatic, but it's really just a fancy way of saying your hair starts giving up where it's been tugged the most, especially around the temples and crown, especially when your strands are already finer, drier, and doing their best to hang in there. You might be doing this too, and again, no shame. I did it for years. I thought I was just being practical. What works better now? Looser styles, soft scrunchies instead of elastic bands, letting your hair down more often, literally. Even switching your part occasionally can help relieve repeated tension in the same spot. And if you've ever taken your clip out and found a few stray strands clinging for dear life, yep, that was your hair trying to tell you something. Next up, one thing inside your diet that could be making your hair weaker without you even noticing. And no, it's not sugar this time. Part 6, the protein gap, or why your hair might be starving while your fridge is full. Let me ask you something. What did you have for lunch yesterday? If you're like me, it might have been a salad, a piece of toast, maybe a few bites of whatever your grandkids left behind. Tasty? Sure. But protein-rich? Not exactly. Here's the sneaky truth. As we get older, our appetite shifts. So do our cravings. And sometimes, protein quietly gets pushed to the side in favor of lighter things or easier foods. Trouble is, your hair, it lives on protein. Literally, it's native keratin, a protein your body builds from the nutrients you eat. And when you're not getting enough, your body will still prioritize the big stuff: organs, muscles, immune system. Guess what gets cut from the budget first? Yep, your hair. I went through a phase where I thought I was being good by eating less meat and skipping meals. My jeans fit better, but my hair started thinning faster than my patience during tech support calls. So what can you do? You don't have to overhaul your diet overnight. Just be more intentional. Add an egg to breakfast. Toss some beans into your soup. Keep a handful of almonds in your bag. It's not about bulking up, it's about feeding the parts of you that quietly depend on consistency. Your hair isn't asking for miracles, just fuel. Next, we'll wrap it all up with a reminder that strong hair after 60 isn't about chasing youth. It's about choosing smarter habits that actually serve the woman you are now. So, what did we learn? That your hair doesn't need to be squeaky clean to be healthy. That brushing harder doesn't mean brushing better. That a little heat goes a long way, and sometimes too far. We learned that hormones shift, tight ponytails leave clues, and that skipping protein isn't just a diet choice, it's a hair decision. But most of all, we learned that weak hair after 60 isn't a failure. It's just a signal, a gentle nudge to update the habits we've outgrown. You didn't mess up. You didn't let yourself go. You just didn't have the right info. Until now. So here's the good news. You get to change your mind. You get to try something new. You get to retire the habits and hairbrushes that no longer serve you. Let me know in the comments, which old habit are you saying goodbye to? And which new one are you most excited to try? And remember, taking care of your hair isn't about turning back time. It's about honoring where you are and looking great while you're at it. Thanks for watching Glow After 60. I'll see you in the next one with softer strands and fewer broken ends.